Okay, so we're with Motorola. It's time to talk devices for a little now. I'm with Eben Ephraim. Hi there. What have you got here? What do you got to show us?
This is basically our DHO2 device. This is our mobile TV device, our first foray into the space. It's a broadcast TV device. It's a stored content device, so you can put all of your personal media on here, videos, music, images, and it's also a personal navigation device, a PND device. Besides that, it also functions as a personal internet device, so you can use it as a tablet internet device to get out to the internet, check weather, check restaurants, and so on.
Do you think that when you look at the TV aspect of it, you had to come up with some different challenges or form factors? Was there anything about the TV side that you had to go away and think about?
Yeah, absolutely. The form factor on this is kind of what provides it a little bit of a competitive edge, I think, because it's a large screen, as you can see, 4.2 inches diagonally, gives you a little bit more of a presence with the content itself. So, from a form factor standpoint, that was important to us, that consumers get the best viewing experience that they can get on the device.
Okay, let's see how it works then.
Sure. I'm just going to tune in over here to a broadcast that we have set up locally.
So where's this coming from? We've
got a transmitter just back here that's transmitting at a very low power. We've got two channels that are set up, and this is the broadcast that we're showing. Besides that, we're also hooked into the convention broadcast in Hall 12, which is the mobile zone. Okay, so this is channel 1, and this is completely a touchscreen device. We're just going to slide through to channel 2 here. There you go. Coming through. Beautiful. And just going to go back to the home screen for a second to kind of show you what the stored content looks like. One thing I should mention is it's also got time shifting capabilities, so I can actually pause content for a second and then either choose to go back to where I paused the content or go back to the live feed as well, which I think is a very essential feature for consumers.
And this player is a Motorola, designed as a Motorola experience?
Yeah, that's right. Let me go back to some stored content as far as videos go, and I'm going to click on that. Again, I'm going to move forward a little bit and go back to full screen. In terms of connectivity, it's got a 3G HSDPA SIM that it can accept, so you can get out to the internet and get data access. It's also got a USB port here on the side with which you can move content back and forth. It's a 4.2-inch screen. It supports all the popular media types, H.264 video, MPEG-4 video. On the audio side, MP3, AAC, and most other popular media formats.
Okay, and we were talking a little bit earlier about how you might see operators start to range this device into the market. Where would you put this in the sort of timescales of their own mobile TV strategies?
This particular device is commercial ready at the moment, and there's been a lot of activity in the mobile TV space, as you can imagine, in the last 12 months, and this thing is finally beginning to coalesce. You know, we're seeing a lot of market traction and a lot of markets maturing into taking mobile TV services into the commercial space. For example, KPN in the Netherlands has a commercial network now. And there are many other broadcasters and operators going into that space in Europe and in Latin America and in Asia. So from a standpoint of when and where, as soon as these timelines merge together and commercial services are launched, our device would be ready to go to market.
Do you see a sort of voice, non-voice device split? Do you think it's important to have that sort of single device or not?
I think so, and personally I think that there are devices out there that are voice devices. This is obviously a non-voice device, but the differentiating factor here is the larger screen and the aspect that it's everything but a phone, right? So you get a great TV viewing experience, you get GPS capabilities, you get a personal internet capability on the device, and you've got all your stored content. So we think that that's an essential differentiating factor for a segment of the market that's truly interested in viewing broadcast content on a larger screen.
What's it like as a vendor dealing with the standards or otherwise around DRM, conditional access? Me as a subscriber, am I going to be able to watch the TV I do on my home box, on my mobile? How is the operator or my service provider going to manage that and make sure the content provider gets their money. You've got to put all that, you know, in the software, in the handset. Is it tough keeping across that?
It is. It is indeed very challenging, but that's what we're here to do. You know, solve these issues for the consumer and make the consumer experience as smooth as possible. So in terms of standards out there, we keep a watch out for everything that's going on in the market, and you know, some go into maturity, some don't. And as soon as we see something going towards maturity, we make sure we latch on and that our devices are compatible with those standards.
So this device, for instance, will have what in it?
This device, from a DRM standpoint, will support OMA Bcast connected profile, which is what we think, in our opinion, has coalesced in the last 12 months, especially in Europe.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's great.